Yeah, this is still a very heavy amount of utility, and let's see if this little, we'll call it the Fnatic setup over at B, is going to work. The nades do more than their fair share of damage, my word. Karrigan now, with softened up targets ahead, not actually able to find anything. It's poison to deal with him. Frozen, almost getting that trade, but not quite. Damage has been done. All these nades have been thrown, and the first two nades look stellar, but these next two that have gone out, you don't really have anything to show for if you're mousesports, and all this utility is now gone. So, it's the mode out.
Yeah.
Woxic is still forced to hold Speedway, so he's not going to be available on like an instant rotation here. And this means Karrigan, he's got to hold the line, because this push looks like it's going to come on through. Woxic has begun to rotate round, and now he meets up with Karrigan in CT.
Nice.
Bit of damage done, but still no kills. And CT control taken here by Complexity. Woxic in this smoke, and he's trying to play around with it, but to no avail. Bomb plant found, and a 4-on-3 in the post plant. Poison. There we go. He does get it eventually. I don't really know how, but he does.
He just taps Harry and hits both shots, and then he just bursts and finishes off the job. Like, what? Okay.
Oh, that nade does a lot of damage into top mid, but ropz is going to get out of there. He's kind of realized what's coming his way, and Complexity, they have really kicked this round up a notch. Now, in amongst all of this, Woxic's got aggressive into the apartments. Frozen's pushed down the bottom of mid, so mousesports, they know what's going on. They know what's coming their way, but it's not helped them in the grand scheme. Thankfully, that kill from Woxic and the follow-up has now put it in their advantage. And mousesports might be about to get their first round here and now. blameF in the clutch, and he's not able to find Woxic up in the apartments. This fast apps play.
Yeah.
I absolutely, man, like Woxic was always a great AWPer, you know. I absolutely love that he's found success in international lineups towards like this stage of his career. And Karrigan going aggressive down through mid in this round. Actually only good for one. I thought he was going to chain together a little bit more, but somehow Config is just doing a great job of overstaying his welcome down here at Banana. Now there is Chris J hidden close, but Chris J is trapped by that. Oh my goodness! Config only had 2 shots left in the AK, and he puts up the kill. I beg of you. Config's not in the mood to miss right now. He's on 3, and this 4th has just been delivered to him. On for the ace. ropz is going to go save, so probably not going to give it over. But this is a scary-looking config. This is a config that shows up in this server and just dominates. This man does hold the record for kills in regulation. Yeah, it's another one of these long wraps for Complexity. They've been able to get away with a lot of movement over here towards long, and now they look to get in. See, look, there you go. There's the reconsider. They changed their minds. A Moto smoke has come in, and now they slow right down. And it's curious. They definitely could have tried splitting B, but with no banana control, they just decide to commit to A, and they try and run the gauntlet here. Rush is going to deal with ropz, but there's only 7 seconds left. This bomb has got to get planted, and it's got to get planted now. Woxic could deny the entire round, and it's the no-scope through the smoke that makes it so. blameF even going down after time. That's a little bit devastating there if you're Complexity.
Frozen playing close, that smoke phase, here they come, the flash is good, Frozen has to hide at the back of the site, denied by the wall smoke. Config with an entry onto Chris as well. Rush, he's found Karrigan, and Frozen inside of the site on his own can only find Rush. It's a single kill and nothing more. 10 seconds for the plant is enough time for Cole, and ropz won't stop it through the smoke. It's going to be a round for Cole once again. Ooh.
Ooh, bit of an exchange. And Config, okay, yeah, I was worried because like last time we saw him kind of looking good over at Banana.
I had my money on him hitting that second shot.
Yeah, it was getting worrying. Oboe and Rush and the rest of the gang, though, it's not B. That's not where they're looking to end up. Config was nothing more than a walking, talking, fragging decoy. And boy, now the rootin' tootin' shooting Cowboys over at the A-bomb site for mousesports, they'll put this 4th round up on the board. Kind of beat them to the punch at this A-bomb site. Now Karrigan has already arrived, so he's back in, and alongside him is Frozen. This is because they've set up Woxic with the AWP at Banana. It allows for this 4-man stack. Now will these 4 players be ready for the sheer speed that Complexity are dishing out in this round? Because they are already in the pit. They are hidden in this wall of smokes. This is such a confusing round, but somehow, some way, Mouse are looking to come out on top. Now whether or not it's going to stay that way, we've got to wait and see, but ropz certainly seems to think so. He's left it all onto blameF. 1v3.
Gonna use the same one that Cole used against them on the wall side. Blame F dropping one though. Obo here as well. Can't connect a couple of shots. The smoke is providing a bit of cover for mousesports as they fire on through it, hitting the shots and pushing Blame to the back of the bomb site. This is falling apart for Cole. Blame needs to stay alive, but that P250 is lethal, and ropz makes good work with it. Rush on his own, been spotted. Plant can come through, and mousesports at this point, it's a guarantee.
He can look to build upon this to try and tie things up here in this second half. They deal with Rush at the very, very end.
Towards CT. Now he can still rotate Library here, but he is peeled away for a brief moment in time. Carrigan's dead on B. That's the fate gone. mousesports have to commit, and Complexity have not fallen for it. There's still 3 here. mousesports have gone quiet. This almost feels obvious at this point for Cole, and they have to play very safe indeed. Util going down. Obo, he's not got many kills, but he's got a lot of util. Would be nice to see some of that thrown out, and the Molotov will land after he takes the kill. Poison drops the bomb, and one by one, mousesports are just falling apart in this round. They have barely any util. They're walking into a stack. The B fake was not even close, and Complexity just hold the line down to find a 10th round. It's a save for mousesports.
He's just got to sit back in the facility and watch as Obo tries to pick up the pieces. Poison inside of the site with this orb. We've been waiting for him to get rolling. Let's see it now, Poison. Second kill. There's a man on balcony and Poison not ready, but he does get mopped up there by Obo in the site. Woxic and Frozen left in this 2-on-4. And once again, mousesports, they are set packing from this initial push. This time they've got time going their way. And a nice shot from Frozen has opened up this B bomb site. They've got to pick up the pace though. And no smoke for the cross. They flash over to the very end of the round. There's a deep smoke in CT and Frozen's trying to keep an eye on it. 2 players here make that just 1 as Frozen does strike 1 from the tally. That nade smoke has allowed the man to push up close, and Poison in through the banana will remove it. Complexity, an 11th round on the board. Now with this bomb retrieved, they're going to set up over here on banana. They've completely given up this top mid and apps control. They've never even attempted it after ropz has fallen. They try and flash Blame F into banana. Now at the same time, a smoke has fallen at the top of B, but mousesports, they wasted absolutely no time in pushing through it. And that kill from Carrigan, that felt like a must-have. If they get that one, I feel like mousesports could take this round, because suddenly they've got an avenue into the site. They've got Gompig having to worry about CT and banana.
Yeah, Rush is really late here trying to clear out banana, and that's why this is taking so long, but they're going to make contact first with Poison. He swapped out the AWP, and so mousesports don't know Obo is also here. Rush is spotted, and he gets a kill. Doubles up. Rush just wins around on his own. No util needed. mousesports might want to recruit him. They need some answers right now. 15 rounds for Cole, looking to take us to Dust 2, push us over the line. Good spray from Blame, but they actually finds nothing. The bullets were there. mousesports were hiding, flashed out. They will push again off the back of a flash, blinding Cole, but still losing their life, still losing the fight, and still losing the map. Woxic falls last, and that's 16 rounds to Complexity on their map pick. 9 for mousesports. Doesn't feel like nearly enough for Mouse, but they're going to head to their pick at least of Dust 2 moving forward. We're hoping Mouse can show up a little bit more moving into that second. But right now, Harry, Cole, well, this online play for them in Europe, it's certainly paid off, it looks like. Different kettle of fish. Let's see if they can start to boil up as they get into this T side. A fast play down lower in the pistol round for mousesports. It's lots of Kevlar for Complexity, and immediately a kill out middle. Poison's gone, and mousesports will move up mid.
Yeah, Woxic even shooting the defuse kit. Let's go. Up through short for Mouse. We'll lead the defuse kit in the back of our minds. A nice tag on a config. And Frozen deals with him at ramp. Obo now at long. Tapping down. And ooh, that's a nice kill on a Frozen. Okay. Oh, and a follow-up as well from Obo. All right, so now it's in... Oh, okay, Obo, on for the ace now. Of course, in the blink of an eye, he's gone from none to 4. From 0 to hero in this round. And it's only Carrigan left. He's flashed off the angle. The bomb is planted for him. But this should be an impossible clutch. And it's Obo with the ace. Gonna force a man out from the ramp position, but it's actually Poison with his scout at long to deal with Carrigan as he moves into this site. And Poison's getting away with even more damage. A bomb plant will get found here for Mouse at the very, very least. But this scout has already done more than enough, and Poison is continuing to lay down the pain. Config comes in because he doesn't want anyone to forget about him while Poison's popping off like this, and this leaves ropz all alone. This is an undoable round. He knows it. We know it. He's backing out, and the defusers come in for complexity.
And this is a great angle to watch Pit. Woxic's even dropped Flame, and Rush is trying to get aggressive. He will land that kill. Poison covering as well as drop the T-Orpa, and somehow, some way, complexity not only get control back of Long, but get the bomb dropped to their feet. That kill would make every difference, but Chris will survive. Missed shot from Poison, and that's given mousesports a way back into this round. Look at Carrigan.
Yeah, Carrigan being so deep within the site, that's a bit of a question mark. Not something that complexity really know about. Oh, there we go. Carrigan has it under control, but now he's really Carrigan who's hidden at Goose, and Obo has seen him. He knows what's going on, and Obo is going to tap Carrigan out of the round. Defuse for complexity locked on in.
Bit of a problem here when you're leaning towards B early, because now Poison's going to have to both watch a catwalk and pivot between that and Long, running right back as we speak. But so's Carrigan running forward up catwalk with the flashbangs. There they go. And one player's going to drop. Carrigan's in the spawn, not for long. Blame will rid him of the round. And now it's a 4-on-4 with the bomb trying to get towards A.
Yeah, Poison has denied the first man out from Cat, and you can see what this has done to Mouse. They're going to maybe try and hit B because ropz has gotten into the site, and he's calling that it's clear. Frozen dealing with Poison at Long, and it might seem tempting now to rotate back. I think instead they're going to use ropz as a lurk in through B to try and help the bomb, because the bomb is in a spot of bother. Woxic is trapped at catwalk. And this whole round is hit like a very weird situation. ropz has just bailed mousesports out in such a big way. At least he believes. With those 2 kills, there's only 1 man left, but Obo's already in B, and both players here for Mouse. Obo trying to break them up into 2 1v1s, and he gets his wish, but he's not able to win it out over ropz.
Unfortunately, he's away from the car right now, so if Mouse commit Cat, then he can't really have much to say into it. ropz is close in B, but not committing on his own. Mouse are going to go fast into this site. Poison's already made it, though. They are close in CT. He doesn't realize he's been tagged down. It's a wide swing from Blame, and Carrigan and Frozen combined for 2 kills. Bomb thrown on the site. Big play by Carrigan. The grenade will finish off the job, though, and he walks right into it. 3-on-2 for the retake, but no kid available. The problems just keep appearing for complexity, and with a man down lower, they've got to deal with him as well. ropz waiting in the wings with 1. Config trades, and that's going to be a retake now up against Frozen on just 10 health.
Oh, and the flash is good. They know he's here. They know he's at ramp. Frozen, can he offer anything up? Swings wide, but in doing so, into the double peak.
Right here, I mean, they're buying a hero AWP and a hero AK on an eco round. Like, this is rough for Mouse. These are the players that survived in the save the other day. But Woxic immediately removed, and that AWP is no longer in play. It's going to get picked up and wall-banged by Chris J. Dear, oh dear. Poison, you don't want to trifle with him. The experience on this man is not to be messed with, and he has at least opened up Long, but that's not where mousesports want to go. Smoke down low, trying to stay alive in this position is Config, but it's going to be Obo drawing them in with fights. Trade is good. Config is still here, though, and Chris is not out of the woods just yet. That grenade misses with a flank. Shouldn't. The bomb dropped up top mid, and Rush coming down suicide. This is the last place. Rush has had a lot of opportunity, but he doesn't want to risk losing this one, and now he's going to pull his knife out and run on the flank. Chris kills him. Middle, good read by Config. He's got the situation under his hand, and he will be able to find it. Oh, that was a heartbreaker for Rush for there. I mean, the fact that he takes so long on that...
Oh, and they are just getting churned up. Obo at the B doors laying down the pain. Does get a Tech-9 pressuring him close. And the rest of the gang are smoked off in mid, but the B players are holding their ground, at least right now. A bomb plant is available to ropz at a bare minimum, and that's something for mousesports to work with. He's retrieved an M4. Don't think it's got any ammo left in it, so he's got to get this done with the Deagle, and he does find the first man in. He's just checked, and yeah, it's another for ropz, and the Deagle might be all it takes! ropz! What in God's name is that? A 4th on the board, mousesports. Oh boy, that is unreal. They hadn't reached before at the time, and to see them now looking fragile, it doesn't feel right, doesn't sit right with me. And here on Dust, maybe that little clip from ropz in the last round, maybe that's reinvigorated mousesports. Let's see, they're setting up over here outside of A. They're trying to get across with the smokes down, and shots start to rain on through for either side, and it's ropz to find the kill, offering up a little bit more damage, but now the Deagle of Rush. All right, come on then, another D-ground, let's get it. He puts up 3. Can Obo finish off what Rush has started? We're down to this 1v2 clutch. The bomb dropped at ramp, Obo coming in from long, and Woxic, he's having a pivot between Cart and Crossroads, and he is ready. Head on a swivel, 5th on the board for Mouse.
If we look at some of the scalps that Call have taken down recently online in Europe, you know, I think it's actually really impressive considering how far this team has come in the few months that it's been here. You know, beating Sprout, Endpoint, Secret, Big, Nordovin, some decent teams in the European region. Config knows they could be close with the time that he's peeled away, and he's been peeled away for ropz's benefit, but that timing is unfortunate. Poison pushes as ropz looks to go in on that backstab, and now mousesports are reduced to 2.
Yeah, they waited all round for ropz to find anything with that flank, and he doesn't. So this gets mopped up there by Complexity. It's 9 for them at the end of the first half, 6 for mousesports here.
3 on the A site. So Chris J, he's going to have that first point of contact out long A, and that's going to make things interesting. Rock gets absolutely smashed at the car, and it's only time tells. It takes now Chris J as well. Now we've got a bigger problem on our hands. mousesports already find themselves down 9-6, but this looks like a bomb plant. Big grenade from Kerrigan. Touchdown even. Kobe Bryant in the house. And of course, 3v2. Blame F and Rush just trying to get this bomb planted, Harry.
Yeah, Carrigan is still a nuisance, still hidden in the elevator, and he's trying to ride this one all the way to the top. It's Carrigan looking for the last man at long, Blame F all alone, and he's getting pressured, he's getting shut down, and it's Mouse to find the pistol. Now, this is getting some very similar vibes, Hugo.
Carrigan's watching from the long side Cole. They're not going to drop into spawn. They're just going to fully commit to this cat cross, and the smoke's actually cut out Woxic. He's close to the scout. This is not where you want to be, because he's likely not going to be able to get more than 1 from this position before the trade comes in. Plant available. Missed shot. Woxic running out of chances, and Rush will remove him from the round.
So if you remember, back on Inferno, this is what happened. The Force was stolen away by Complexity. And here, on Dust 2, you don't believe your eyes, but the Force Spy has been stolen away. Don't know why you wouldn't be able to. It still looks pretty much the same as it always had. However, the map that just went down prior, that was a little bit of Inferno, a classic.
He's going to try and kill Config here. He knows he's behind blue. Carrigan not wanting to rush, drops back in the pit. Config takes him down, and now this scout might come and peek the AWP. That would be a big mistake. Config might bring the fight to him instead. Quick Molotov over the top. There's the AWP, hits the tag. Woxic getting chased, and he won't escape. Not this time, not alive. Poison moving up towards A, and Complexity, the full entourage of T's, 3 of them, trying to take this site.
Oh, and it's Config to open up. Man advantage taken now for Complexity, and Blame F even removing Chris J. Room for error at this point in time, and Complexity, they're not making any. Blame F is even ready and waiting in T-spawn. That's worse than just one problem.
Yeah, double the problem and half the solution, Harry. They also have no time to deal with it. This is a maths problem, and mousesports, I don't know if they brought their calculators. Quick kills out long. Woxic, he's still here, but so with the scope of Poison. Oh, a missed shot. Woxic, he is on a timer, and Poison, he'll turn the clock off. Quickly deals with him. 4 on 2 as Complexity move up towards this A site. This long position has been so good for them in this game. Mousesports have not stopped it once. ropz is here. He's behind the smoke. He can go through. Config's looking deep past it, and ropz has a window. ropz has a gap. No one's watching this, and ropz could shut down this entire round on his own.
Ooh, ropz, come on, man, let's get it. 1v4, and he's opened up with 1. They've left the bomb. They've left the bomb. Oh no, ropz is sticking it. They jump up, but the shots are missing. ropz has got the defuse, and no one gets him off of it in time. That's the round for Mouse. I feel like as long as you're still doing damage, you can just long this game out, right? You've got the cash. It's going to be a grind for mousesports. Let's see if they're up to the challenge. Frozen flashed in, but not able to get a kill. This A site now belongs to Complexity. And once again, it's Mouse tasked with a retake up against overwhelming odds. And Obo, making matters even worse, single-handedly lays down the pain, even drops Config. So he's on 3 kills in this round, but only 2 of them on the enemy. ropz does get taken care of, and this was looking like maybe mousesports could have found something, but now it falls onto Chris J alone with the Deagle, attempts the jump shot now. Obo, 4 kills in the round, 3 of them onto mousesports, the other one onto Config.
So the situation mousesports have been in has certainly been a hard one, but that's thanks to Complexity's powerful work. And right now they're looking to power through this map to finish it off. Fast play through middle. That molly will deny Woxic's re-entry past the smoke. They've got to go B. Chris is here. Quick trade. Config with a kill. One more man in the site, not for long. Obo's dropped in from the tunnel side, and now it is just a bomb plant for Complexity. mousesports 3 up, trying to play, trying to fight for survival.
Yeah, they do deal with Blame F down in mid, and they spot Obo in the lower tunnels. Two players now for Complexity getting caught trying to retreat into safer angles. Poison, missed flick, and doesn't connect it the second time around. It falls onto Config, but he's closed in the doors. And now Config on Frozen, 1v1, time ticking away, and it's Config to swing wide and solidify the 2-0 victory here for Complexity.